Intelligence.
Intelligence has been defined in many different ways, such as in terms of one's capacity for logic, abstract thought, understanding, self-awareness, communication, learning, emotional knowledge, memory, planning, and problem-solving. Intelligence is most widely studied in humans, but has also been observed in animals and in plants. Artificial intelligence is the simulation of intelligence in machines. Within the discipline of psychology, various approaches to human intelligence have been adopted. The psychometric approach is especially familiar to the general public, as well as being the most researched and by far the most widely used in practical settings.
History of the term.
Intelligence derives from the Latin verb intelligere, to comprehend or perceive. A form of this verb, intellectus, became the medieval technical term for understanding, and a translation for the Greek philosophical term nous. This term was however strongly linked to the metaphysical and cosmological theories of teleological scholasticism, including theories of the immortality of the soul, and the concept of the active intellect, also known as the active intelligence. This entire approach to the study of nature was strongly rejected by the early modern philosophers such as Francis Bacon, Thomas Hobbes, John Locke, and David Hume, all of whom preferred the word understanding in their English philosophical works. Hobbes, for example, in his Latin De Corpore, used intellectus intelligit, translated in the English version as the understanding understandeth, as a typical example of illogical absurdity. The term intelligence has therefore become less common in English language philosophy, but it has later been taken up, with the scholastic theories which it now implies, in more contemporary psychology.
Definitions.
The definition of intelligence is controversial. Some groups of psychologists have suggested the following definitions. From Mainstream Science on Intelligence, 1994, an editorial statement by 52 researchers. A very general mental capability that, among other things, involves the ability to reason, plan, solve problems, think abstractly, comprehend complex ideas, learn quickly and learn from experience. It is not merely book learning, a narrow academic skill, or test-taking smarts. Rather, it reflects a broader and deeper capability for comprehending our surroundings, catching on, making sense of things, or figuring out what to do. From Intelligence, Knowns and Unknowns, 1995, a report published by the Board of Scientific Affairs of the American Psychological Association. Individuals differ from one another in their ability to understand complex ideas, to adapt effectively to the environment, to learn from experience, to engage in various forms of reasoning, to overcome obstacles by taking thought. Although these individual differences can be substantial, they are never entirely consistent. A given person's intellectual performance will vary on different occasions, in different domains, as judged by different criteria. Concepts of intelligence are attempts to clarify and organize this complex set of phenomena. Although considerable clarity has been achieved in some areas, no such conceptualization has yet answered all the important questions, and none commands universal assent. Indeed, when 24 prominent theorists were recently asked to define intelligence, they gave 24, somewhat different, definitions. Besides those definitions, psychology and learning researchers also have suggested definitions of intelligence such as: what is considered intelligent varies with culture. For example, when asked to sort, the KPELLE people take a functional approach. A KPELLE participant stated the knife goes with the orange because it cuts it. When asked how a fool would sort, they sorted linguistically, putting the knife with other implements and the orange with other foods, which is the style considered intelligent in other cultures.
Human intelligence.
Human intelligence is the intellectual capacity of humans, which is characterized by perception, consciousness, self-awareness, and volition. Through their intelligence, humans possess the cognitive abilities to learn, form concepts, understand, and reason, including the capacities to recognize patterns, comprehend ideas, plan, problem solve, and use language to communicate. intelligence enables humans to experience and think.
Animal and plant intelligence.
Although humans have been the primary focus of intelligence researchers, scientists have also attempted to investigate animal intelligence, or more broadly, animal cognition. These researchers are interested in studying both mental ability in a particular species, and comparing abilities between species. They study various measures of problem-solving, as well as mathematical and language abilities. Some challenges in this area are defining intelligence so that it means the same thing across species, for example comparing intelligence between literate humans and illiterate animals, and then operationalizing a measure that accurately compares mental ability across different species and contexts. Wolfgang Kohler's pioneering research on the intelligence of apes is a classic example of research in this area. Stanley Coren's book, The Intelligence of Dogs, is a notable popular book on the topic. See also, dog intelligence. Non-human animals particularly noted and studied for their intelligence include chimpanzees, bonobos, notably the language-using Kanzi, and other great apes, dolphins, elephants and to some extent parrots, rats and ravens. Cephalopod intelligence also provides important comparative study. Cephalopods appear to exhibit characteristics of significant intelligence, yet their nervous systems differ radically from those of backboned animals. Vertebrates such as mammals, birds, reptiles and fish have shown a fairly high degree of intellect that varies according to each species. The same is true with arthropods. It has been argued that plants should also be classified as being in some sense intelligent based on their ability to sense the environment and adjust their morphology, physiology and phenotype accordingly.
Artificial intelligence.
Artificial intelligence, or AI, is both the intelligence of machines and the branch of computer science which aims to create it, through the study and design of intelligent agents, or rational agents, where an intelligent agent is a system that perceives its environment and takes actions which maximize its chances of success. Achievements in artificial intelligence include constrained and well-defined problems such as games, crossword solving and optical character recognition, and a few more general problems such as autonomous cars. General intelligence or strong AI has not yet been achieved and is a long-term goal of AI research. Among the traits that researchers hope machines will exhibit are reasoning, knowledge, planning, learning, communication, perception, and the ability to move and manipulate objects. In the field of artificial intelligence there is no consensus on how closely the brain should be simulated.